This play is a two-point conversion attempt in overtime. The team has just scored a touchdown and they're going for a win by attempting a two-point try. The player scores, it's successful, but then the officials get together and have a long conversation. There's no flag on the play, so it isn't clear at first what they're talking about. It becomes apparent that they're trying to decide whether or not they had an illegal formation. We can't show you the whole thing because this runs on for about 6 minutes, and eventually the crew goes to replay and consults the replay official on this and determines that the play was legal, that the formation was legal. Now, this is not a reviewable play. Formation fouls have got to be called on the field, and this is not complicated. Either the formation is legal or it's not legal, and it's inexplicable why this should take so long to determine this. So we've got to do a better job of determining these calls on the field and not involving replay in a situation which is not reviewable. Certainly it's understandable that we want to get it right when the outcome of the game rides on this decision, but at the same time, we can't simply set aside the rules to get to an outcome.
After further review, the play is legal, two-point conversion is good.
Good work to get this holding foul by the left tackle on the offensive team. You can see this on the line feed as well as on the replay. Sometimes this may look like just a push to the ground, but in fact you can see that he grabs him and rides him to the ground. So this is a good call, offensive holding.
Number 57 offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
Good job to pick up this flag on this potential roughing the kicker foul. You can see that the defender does hit the kicker, but clearly on the replay you can see that he's pushed into him. So this is not a foul. So good job to pick up this flag. No roughing the kicker on this play.
Have been blocked into the punter.
We missed a spot on this play near the line to gain and almost toward a cheap first down. Now replay comes in and fixes this, but we need to do a better job of getting this on the field. There's no doubt on the line feed that this is short of the line to gain, and it's good that replay fixed it, but we got to do a better job of getting these on the field. This is really nice work to catch this face mask foul. It's fairly rare to have a face mask foul against the offensive team, and on a field goal play, it would be easy to miss this just from a matter of concentrating on other things. So good job to get this and good alert to catch this face mask foul. I'd also like to point out to the referees what a great job this referee always does in making announcements. This is a great model to follow.
Personal foul, face mask, offense, number 89, 15-yard penalty, still fourth down.
Here we have an example of good dead ball officiating. At the end of this play, you can see that a player on the offensive team comes in and throws a late block, and we get a good flag. So good job to be alert to this dead ball foul, and a very nice job by the referee to explain the enforcement of the penalty after the play. So this is nice work overall by this crew.
The result of the play is a Columbia first down. After the play was over, dead ball, personal foul, number 57 Columbia, unnecessary roughness. That penalty be assessed 15 yards. It is going to be first down and 10, Columbia.
Here we have a nice example of an unnecessary roughness foul that converts to unsportsmanlike conduct. It happens after the play is over and not a part of the normal continuation of the play. So good alert to get this. We always want good dead ball officiating, and we get an example of it here. Also, very good announcement by the referee. This is a referee that consistently makes good announcements, and he does a good job here as well.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, defense number 3. The penalty will be enforced from the end of the run, includes an automatic first down. That is number 3's first unsportsmanlike conduct foul of the game.
We don't often see blocking below the waist by the defensive team, but we have one here. This is initially flagged as an illegal block, but then corrected and the flag picked up because the block takes place within the allowable 5 yards. You can see that the ball is snapped at about the 47-yard line, and the block below the waist by the defensive team takes place at about the 50, which is well within the 5-yard area. So good job by the crew to recognize that this block is a legal block. We miss a late hit here on this pass play to the sideline. You can really see this best on the line feed. The receiver catches the ball and is tackled and goes out of bounds, but then you see his teammate number 10 coming in with a late block, so this should have been flagged as a dead ball foul. Remember, we always want to have good dead ball officiating. It's one of the most important parts of our game. Just because the ball is dead doesn't mean the play is over, and here's a good example of one that we should have had. We get a flag from our back judge for offensive pass interference here, and this is a good call. The receiver, you can see, pushes the defender to the ground in an attempt to get to the ball, so good call to get this. We could have had a flag also from our field judge on this play, but it's good to get one from the back judge, offensive pass interference.
Pass interference, offense number 14. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. A quick first down.
This is a great job of crew communication to correct the penalty enforcement. What we have on this play, you can see that the passer is beyond the neutral zone when he releases a pass, and the replay shows that his entire body is over the line when he throws the ball. So it's correctly called as an illegal forward pass. We also have what would be pass interference by the offensive team at the other end of the play where the receiver makes interference against the defender. The rule is that you can only have offensive pass interference if the forward pass is legal. And so instead of having 2 fouls on the play, which was originally rule, the crew gets together and talks about it and correctly concludes that there can only be 1 foul on the play, namely the illegal forward pass. So good job by the crew to get together and talk about this, and good announcement by the referee at the end of the play.
Correction. Offensive pass interference, by rule, cannot take place with an illegal forward pass. Therefore, there is 1 foul on the play, the illegal forward pass, which will be enforced 5 yards from the spot of the foul with a loss of down, bringing up 2nd down.
This is nice work and good awareness to rule incomplete pass on this play. You can see that the receiver briefly has the ball, but then it comes out. He clearly does not have the ball long enough to perform an act common to the game, and so this is good work. Often when you slow these plays down, they can look complete because anything can look complete if you slow it down enough. That's why we need to look at these plays in real time, and clearly you can see that he doesn't possess the ball long enough for that second act. So good work, incomplete forward pass. Here we see a good example of an illegal forward pass. The passer is well beyond the neutral zone when he releases the ball. So good alert to see this and recognize that it is an illegal forward pass. Referee, it would be helpful to briefly say why the pass is illegal. Just simply say that the passer was beyond the line of scrimmage when he released the pass. But good job to get this. Good alert for an illegal forward pass.
Illegal forward pass. Offense, number 7. 5-yard penalty. It's a loss of down.
On this pass play, we have a flag for an ineligible receiver downfield. You can see that the right guard goes about 7 yards downfield. We've got him circled for you so you can see it. The flag is thrown, but then it's picked up, and somehow the crew decides that the play was legal. Now, this player does retreat back to maybe within 3 yards, but the rule is that if he is or has been downfield more than 3 yards, it is a foul. So this flag should have stayed on the ground. This should have remained a foul for an ineligible receiver downfield.
So they'll pick it up.
We miss a pretty serious targeting foul on this play. This is not called on the field, but the replay does stop the game to look at it. This is a violation of Rule 913. You can see that the player clearly leads with the crown of his helmet. This is targeting. This is an act that should have been flagged on the field. It's hard to see why instant replay didn't call this from the booth, but this is clearly a targeting foul that should have been called. This is good work to get this unsportsmanlike conduct foul on this player at the end of the play here. The replay will show that he mimics aiming a gun at an opponent. This is one of the automatics for unsportsmanlike conduct, so good job to be alert to get this. Referees, remember to announce that this is the first or second unsportsmanlike conduct foul by this player. If it's the second, of course, it's a disqualification, but the referee needs to announce whether it's the first or second unsportsmanlike on a player.
Play was over. Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 9 on the defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.